I'm Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen, and we are here at Meadow Event Park with Heart of the Home, and we are here today to do some delicious vinegar style barbecue. Barbecue really does cause quite a great divide. South of the Mason-Dixon line is, to me, my favorite. North of the Mason-Dixon line, they call it pulled pork, but really it is a noun, not a verb. We've got some great Virginia pork that we're going to be using today, but we're going to start with our sauce. We have got some onions that we're going to be putting in, but we also are going to start with about a half a cup of butter. Oh, nice and sizzle. Pan is nice and hot. And we're going to come back and we're going to add about a cup of vinegar. And we're going to add about a half a cup of ketchup. And about a tablespoon or so, a little less maybe, of chopped garlic. We're going to add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of coarse ground pepper. And we're actually going to add a tablespoon of dry mustard. Want a little acid there. And if you guys ever head to South Carolina, they actually do mustard in their barbecue sauce. And then we're going to add just about a quarter of a teaspoon or so. Depending on how spicy you like it, you can make it more. We're going to add a little bit of cayenne pepper and a half a cup of brown sugar. And we're going to add some onions. Stir that up just a little bit. Starting to smell that vinegar. It's going to make me start to laugh, getting in my jaws there. And then we are going to juice a half of a lemon. All right, now we're going to let that come to a boil. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. Our sauce has come to a boil. It's simmered nice, and our onions are cooking nicely. Now we're going to talk about the pork. This recipe, I love to cook a pork shoulder. We've got some great Virginia pork here from our friends at Old Tavern Farm, and we are going to chop the barbecue, and then we're going to add our sauce to it, and then we are ready to eat. So I've got a crock pot here. I have let this come to cool, but we pull our pork out that's cooked overnight, and we want to put it on our cutting board. And this is where I tend to get really picky. I like to pick off most of the fat, if not all of it. Sometimes it's a little easier to do when it's warm, but you just don't want it to be too hot. But I did let this cook overnight. Pull that fat off as you see me doing. And you want to leave some fat, okay? Fat is actually not your enemy, believe it or not. Fat helps to absorb the vitamins in your body. So you don't have to pull it completely clean, but I like to say this is probably about a 98% fat-free barbecue. We're going to take our knife and just start chopping a little bit. Now, north of the Mason-Dixon line, they call this pulled pork. I don't call it pulled pork. I like my cube chopped. All right, and we're going to mix it to the remaining pork. And now we're going to add that delicious sauce. Now this particular recipe, I love doing it this way. I do have a lot of diners who, when they taste it, they want to add hot sauce. Hot sauce is fine, but I don't believe you need to add a barbecue sauce. That's where the Midwest barbecue comes in, where they add more of the molasses syrupy based. Don't get me wrong, if somebody offered me one, I'd eat it in a heartbeat. But the vinegar based is definitely my favorite. We have a bun already ready. Bun of your choice. Some people like potato rolls. I personally just like a plain hamburger bun. And yes, I like a fat barbecue sandwich. And I do have a little bit of a treat. We've got some Virginia grown cucumbers here that I pickled myself this summer. This is my last jar. I'm going to miss these come more into winter. So we've got some delicious dill pickle right there on the side. And there you have it, a vinegar style based barbecue with a delicious Virginia grown pickle on the side. I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen. Join us next week for Virginia Heart of the Home for some more delicious recipes.
Recipes from the heart of the home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafb.com, and visit Chef Tammy Brawley's website at greenkitchenrichmond.com.